Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Monday, the 13th of December. Excuse me, 2021. Got a lingering mild cough from that cold thing. Let's see. It's 66 degrees right now in Jacksonville, Florida. 82% humidity. It's a little cool, a little crisp in the air. That would be, come on, 19 degrees Celsius. So, my dad's on his way to the airport. He's going to be headed home to New Jersey today. He's going to need to recuperate. Yesterday he went with my oldest daughter and her littles and husband out to the flea market out in Waldo, Florida. That's like an hour and 15-minute ride or whatever. Well, that's a big flea market, and Dad likes flea markets. So he had a good time, even though they only got to walk about half of it, and he was tuckered. So all in all, they've had him pretty active. And he's had a good time. So last night, the oldest daughter and her kids had a party to go to. They couldn't get out of, but the rest of us went to Olive Garden. I'm not a real big fan of Olive Garden, but it is what it is. They do a good job with larger families. I'm just kind of against paying, $15 for a plate full of pasta that costs them 3 cents. But I'm kind of that way with everything. Anyway, I'm a little aggravated because we did have a really good time. I got home, I started writing a review. Well, later last night I started writing a review. And I had, 4 or 5 paragraphs, probably 800 or 900 words, something going on about, we had a decent time. The parking lot was full when we got there, but we managed to find 3 parking spots. We only had about a 15-minute wait to get a table. And once we were seated, we didn't have to wait long. And a waitress came up to get our drinks and appetizers. And she told us that she wasn't our regular waitress. She was just helping her get us seated. And the regular waitress would be with us. And it didn't take long. The drinks and appetizers came out. And our regular waitress helped bring them out. We could see that she had like 4 or 5 other tables with a large group. And we had 9, so we weren't actually a super large group like we can be. But there were other large family groups somewhere in the same area. So she had quite a few people to take care of, and she did a bang up job. She really did. She kept our breadsticks and Alfredo sauce coming. She kept our drinks filled. She was very attentive over the salads. When the entrees showed up, well, one thing on the menu, like I used to get the spicy Italian sausage with meat sauce and rotolini, the corkscrew pasta. And that's what I liked. It was also a spicy meat sauce. They don't have that anymore. So I ended up getting the five stuffed shells with hot sausage. It's supposed to come with Alfredo sauce and a meat sauce. Dad got spaghetti with sausage. My son-in-law got shrimp scampi. They're the only real ones that they were on either side of me. But when mine came, it looked like maybe a tablespoon of meat sauce and not much more of the Alfredo. So I asked for more meat sauce. Dad's was pretty much the same way. There was only a couple tablespoons on that whole big platter of spaghetti. And there wasn't a whole lot of Alfredo on my son-in-law's shrimp scampi, or whatever it was they got, shrimp something or other. So we were all asking for sauces. My daughter asked for some, my son asked for some. So, and they brought it back with a smile, but they brought back these little, I don't know, quarter cup cups. I was like, are you kidding me? I need like 3 of them on this dish. But that's just, that's a small dig, and a lot of that's got to do with the economy today, and they're saving where they can. The dishes were a little leaner than usual, or than we're used to, but I mean, I still had to take half of mine home, so it was leaner, but it wasn't that bad. The meal itself was good. The waitress, though, she did an outstanding job. That was what I was trying to compliment. And somehow along the way, my fat fingers hit the wrong button on the keyboard, and that whole thing disappeared. Oh, I was fit to be tied. There may have been a few expletives screamed. And then a few more. So, I'll calm down. I'll rewrite it today. She really deserves it. I don't remember her name. That's par for the course. I seldom remember their names. But I seldom forget the experience. Anyway, she was on the ball. She had 5 big tables, and she was running between them all evening. Like I said, keeping us stocked with bread and cheese sauce. Afterwards, being attentive over the salads, keeping our drinks filled the whole night. Like, not even having to ask. She would come back and she'd have, pitchers to. There were 3 of us drinking Cokes, 2 sweet teas, and then there were 2 lemonades. So, I think the one granddaughter was the odd one out. She had a Dr. Pepper, but very attentive. She kept all 3 tables well taken care of. At least it seemed like. I know we were well taken care of, so I can only imagine the others got the same service. So all in all, it was a good experience last night. It's been fun having Dad down. He says he doesn't want to fly again. Not that there's anything really wrong with flying. It's kind of cramped. I mean, he is 85, I think, 84, 86, somewhere in that area. The plane seats are kind of cramped, and he had looked at coming down by train, but he was looking at getting a sleeper berth. Well, they run $600 or $700. You can get a round trip on the train for $180 if you sit. And like I told you, you got no problem falling asleep in your lounge chair. He said, "No, I don't." I said, "Well, think of this as a slightly harder lounge chair that rocks." He said, "I'd sleep the whole way." I said, "I know, because I almost did." I mean, So he's going to consider that, or so he has his own wheels. Not that he really needs them, but he just get lost out here. If he wants his own wheels, I'll take the train up and drive back with him. Or have my brother come down halfway with him and meet in like Charlotte or something. I get off the train and my brother gets on. It's on the northbound. So, or I just run into Philly and they pick me up in Philly. It's all good. I get me a cheesesteak in the works. Catch a bit of shut-eye and 18-hour ride coming home. Well, as much as that can handle. I don't know if I can do 18 hours either. One hotel room. Anyway, that's in the future. We had a good time. I've got a week's worth of picking up the G-Brats coming up. And then 2 weeks or so of pretty much staying at my daughter's house during the week. But we're at the end of the ride. So once again, I appreciate y'all for going along with me. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Whoa. Slunchy, y'all. Bye-bye.